Welcome to First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. I'm your host, James Gardner, certified athletic therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, yoga instructor, human being. This platform, for the pros, by the pros, anybody in the performance space, and beyond. Welcome here to share in the stories of professionals, experiences, journeys, learning along the way. It's a platform to connect, to network, and to be a part of a community that cares, with conversations that matter, experiences that resonate, and generate ideas, thought-provoking, organic dialogue, passionate prose. Brought to you as always by First Star Therapy, Mobility Tape, Epic, and Benchmark Athletics, in association with the Canadian Athletic Therapists Association. It's First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. We've returned from World Congress in Maynooth, Ireland, World Congress 13 with the World Federation of Athletic Training and Therapy, and my mind can't stop reminiscing or revisiting all of the conversations, all of the opportunities, and the distinct honor that it was to sit down and try to capture the pulse of this event, the breadth of what the athletic training and therapy profession is, the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of expertise, the number of people driving the bus on getting the word out there. From the current president, Brian Zeller, kicking it off, to the incoming president, Matt Coots, wrapping it up, and everything in between. For those that weren't there, for those that were there, this was an opportunity to shake hands with people you'd never met before, to give somebody a hug that you hadn't seen in a couple of years, to look people in the eye, to connect. And I think that was a big takeaway, is that connection piece within the profession and then around the globe, connecting this profession further. Had the opportunity to sit down with a panel discussing evidence-based practices. Athletic training and therapy hadn't been at the table for that conversation. Mark Lefebvre at Mount Royal University in Calgary, big shout out there. I mean, it's not my wheelhouse to discuss research and evidence-based practices, but it's all of our responsibility within this profession to understand what that means in your own backyard, in your own environment, in your own context. It's foundational, it's critical. Again, not my wheelhouse, but to be able to sit in with experts at different institutions and get a quick snippet of that. So that's one way we're going to go in the future, is we'll expound on some of those conversations, get a little bit more depth, get a little bit more detail, get a little bit more length to those types of conversations. And then the very real pieces of what people are doing. Siobhan O'Donovan in Ireland, the Booby Physio, like breast weight and breast weight management and posture fitting. Like, these are things that are real, that people are applying the knowledge within this profession to something that they're passionate about. And for me, the opportunity, again, completely humbled to be offered the opportunity to sit down and try to capture this for our audience. Let me know, reach out, message, email, whatever that might be. Reach out and let me know. Who do you want to hear more from? What do you want to hear more about? What's your wheelhouse? You want to jump on the podcast and capture what you're doing? That's what this is all about. It's sharing what we're doing as individuals and how that serves everybody, how it serves the profession across the globe, sitting down with experts in the adolescent youth space and how foundational and critical that is. Having the opportunity to sit down with expertise and experience in the global leader in the NATA's president, AJ Duffy, and the new executive director, Molly Pillman. 50 years of service, AJ Duffy, and he's seen it all, he's lived it all, and now he's in a space to capture that a little bit, to drive the bus on all of the things that this profession can be. And this was really, truly a great opportunity to connect this and put it out there for everybody else. And I don't want to miss anybody. I mean, there was artistry and experience that drove expertise across the board. Having the opportunity to sit down with Michael Cole and Tyrone Cassius, who had never met before and who are leading the charge on EDI and structural and cultural humility, terms that I've never probably even said out loud in my current practice, but can now acknowledge the value, the strength that brings, the fact that I have a role in what they're doing and they have a role in foundationally charging all of us with the task of applying that contextually in our space. The Artie, Lynn Allen and the whole team hosting this and providing the physical space, the emotional space, the social space for all of this to take place. So a huge thank you to them. Pete Dewar, Chris Schomer, who I promised I would get on here behind the scenes, literally in the room while podcasts were being recorded, and I never got to you, Chris, so big shout out. I'm going to jump back to you. He's at Bowling Green State University. Rick Griffin, one of my all-time favorites, having been in the baseball space and knowing what Rick has done with and for PBATs, story time, research, evidence, like all of these things, and I hope that sessions 156 through 178 that we captured can provide a little bit more for what we are and what we're doing. Topics that were taboo in the past that are now meaningful today in 2025 and onward. Jeff Conan with cannabis and, not making it a bad word, but making it an opportunity to learn about, to educate, to understand why or how athletic trainers and therapists across the globe can get educated on this and need to, as we can't just sweep things under the rug and just accept, don't do this, it's bad, or if you're doing this, you're whatever. We need the education on it. We need dosage. We need understanding. We need context. We need all of these things in our space. I'm taking a number of things back, sitting down with students into my practice, and all of this, I think, revitalizes what I do in my practice, what I think about this profession, opened a lot of doors and provided, again, an amazing opportunity to expand upon my practice and even my understanding of what this profession is. Katie Sniffen at SLU, all of these people that sat down and provided such amazing insight and truly magnificent captures of what this profession is, where it is right now, where it's going in the future. We have an International Athletic Training and Therapy Day coming up in February. We've announced 2027's World Congress, which we'll do officially in another capture here in Edinburgh, in Scotland. Looking forward to the opportunity to provide some more details on that coming up. It doesn't stop with conversation, but it certainly starts with conversation. Sitting in the room and hearing about, demystifying cramping, acknowledging that it's not a dehydration issue, it's not an electrolyte issue. Most people treat it with rehydration, but yet when you ask a room full of people, as Kevin Miller did, what do you do when someone's cramping? You stretch them. Well, that's not rehydrating, and that's not replenishing electrolytes. So challenging the norms, challenging what's out there in terms of, myths or misconceptions in our space. Keynote lectures on the rugby setup in a medical team, the ACL, and looking at how, a physician has an athletic trainer right by his side as the A1 coming out of surgery or with the research or with the rehab. We fit in a lot of places. The opportunity to go golfing on an Irish golf course that has hosted a major tournament event with the executives and with some new friends, sitting down in the future with people who we had small conversations with. It's opened the world. It's revitalized energy for myself, and I know from all of the people that I spoke to in some form or fashion, it's challenged the way that they thought. It's challenged the way that they do things in the most positive of ways. There isn't one way to do it. There isn't one way to capture this. So if you're listening, when you're listening, reach out. Let me know. Let us know. Let the World Federation know what resonates with you, what you'd like more of. And I hope on some level I've been able to capture through this podcast and through this opportunity with WFAT the pulse of the athletic training and therapy profession across the globe and from this event. The opportunities are endless. The depth and breadth of the practice of athletic training and therapy was on full display and will continue to be. For those that stopped in, thank you. For those that I didn't have the opportunity to get to, thank you for your patience, and I will circle back. A lot more sessions to come as our profession continues to go global, intersecting in the public health space, intersecting in the private care practice, intersecting across the globe, multiple countries, amazing people everywhere, truly revitalized and provided more energy for myself, and I hope I'm speaking for everybody that was present for the profession. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this community. Check us out online, firststartherapy.com. That's FIRSTAR therapy.com. Or email us with feedback, consult@firststartherapy.com, CONSULT@firststartherapy.com, on Instagram @firststar.therapy, and our podcast host @letschat.at. This is First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast.